News, more drama out of the NBA. I don't feel like anybody is shocked by that, but here's the latest. The Miami Heat have now suspended Jimmy Butler indefinitely. That is per multiple reports. Butler reportedly walked out of shoot-arounds this morning after being informed that the team didn't plan on starting him tonight against the Orlando Magic.
All right, guys. So let's talk about something that's been seriously buzzing in the basketball world right now. You know, it's about Jimmy Butler and the latest headline that everyone seems to be talking about. Yeah, he's been indefinitely suspended by the Miami Heat. Can you believe that? Seriously. So here's what happened, right? During a practice session, Butler just walked out, and that was a big deal. The suspension comes after a pattern, basically a repeated disregard for team rules and conduct detrimental to the team. It seems like he kind of had this ongoing thing because the Heat have had to suspend him multiple times already this month. It's kind of wild to see Butler, a key player, sidelined like this. He's been pivotal in taking the Heat to the NBA Finals, not once, but twice. But now, with his suspension, what's next for both him and the team? Honestly, it raises a lot of questions about where they go from here. And hey, if you're watching this, odds are you're super into basketball. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers, and your support can totally help us get there. Stick around for more updates and exciting basketball stories. So, moving on to how the rest of the Miami Heat team is reacting to this whole situation with Jimmy Butler's suspension. It's, a pretty big shakeup for the team. Now, imagine being in that locker room, trying to find ways to adapt without a player like Butler on the court. Tyler Herro, one of the team's star guards, has been particularly vocal about this. He mentioned that playing without Jimmy has started to feel, kind of normal now. That's a little surprising, right? In remarks reported by the Miami Herald, Herro stated, "It kind of feels normal now at this point. It's kind of just what it is. Nothing is guaranteed, so we just got to be ready to roll with whatever cards we're dealt with tonight." I guess he's really highlighting the uncertainty that's, been hovering over the team. Herro's approach seems pretty pragmatic, playing it like, hey, we'll deal with whatever comes our way. It's impressive how adaptable the players have become under these circumstances. This adaptability shows a level of resilience, and boy, that's something, isn't it? However, one can't help but wonder how this all kind of affects the team spirit. Butler has been a central figure, not only in games, but also off the court. His leadership and sort of commanding presence have been a driving force for the team. With him out, some players may feel the need to step up into leadership roles and fill that void. It's not just about technical skills, but also how to motivate each other and maintain team morale. Also, besides Herro, other players and coach Erik Spoelstra have expressed kind of mixed emotions. There's an air of, acceptance, but also disappointment, which is, understandable given the circumstances. They're focusing hard on maintaining their playoff pace and dealing with Butler's absence as best as they can. Behind closed doors, team strategists and, coaching staff have probably had intense discussions about how to keep up their performance levels. It's about making adjustments and staying competitive in these times. The Heat have shown time and again that they thrive under pressure. But this is a new kind of challenge, adjusting without one of their most dynamic players. Keeping the team's spirit high has been, top priority. At the end of the day, cohesion within the team is critical. And it appears that despite all, they're sort of managing to do that pretty well. They're figuring things out, working on their chemistry, and focusing on the next match. So while the adjustments are still ongoing, the team has come together, and there's this underlying motivation to prove that they're not solely dependent on one player. That's kind of powerful, don't you think? It's a testament to their determination and commitment to the season. All right, guys, kudos to them for handling such a turbulent period. It's a lot for any team to navigate, but the Heat seem to be doing their best to weather the storm. And who knows, maybe all this will make them stronger in the long run. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see how the remainder of the season unfolds for them. Stay tuned, because there's more to come with Miami Heat. Now let's, dive into how Jimmy Butler's suspension might impact the Miami Heat season. All right, so the team is currently sitting 8th in the Eastern Conference, and that's honestly a pretty precarious position. They're right on the edge when it comes to playoff contention, and losing a key player like Butler, that's got to hurt their momentum a bit. You've got to consider the strategic impact here. Butler is a major contributor, both in defense and not to mention his offensive skills. So without him, the Heat are definitely kind of missing that extra edge. Up till now, Butler's intensity and, leadership have carried them through some tough stretches. With him out of the picture, at least temporarily, they'll need others to step up and fill those big shoes. This situation also brings up the possibility of trade talks heating up. Butler's earlier expressed desire to leave means the Heat might start considering potential offers seriously. If indeed they decide to trade him, it could alter the team's entire strategy. Teams around the league might see this as an opportunity to grab an all-star talent, so, the buzz around trade possibilities isn't going away anytime soon. However, the timing of this suspension could also admittedly have a silver lining. It's happening well before the trade deadline, which gives the Heat some room to maneuver and make decisions without being super rushed. They can evaluate their options, whether they decide to wait it out, hoping for Butler's return in a better frame of mind, or perhaps facilitate a trade that could bring in talent to shore up weak spots. Without Butler, the rest of the crew, including Tyler Herro, have to step up their game. How do I put this? Everyone's really going to have to collaborate and work together to keep the ship steady. At the end of the day, everyone putting in the effort, adjusting the gameplay. This will be vital in maintaining their standing in the playoffs. Now, assuming the team can stay focused and cohesive, there's definitely still hope for a solid playoff push. The next few weeks are crucial, and every game counts when the standings are this tight. What happens on the court will show us all whether the team, can kind of thrive even amid adversity. It'll be totally fascinating to see how they adapt. If any trades do happen, and that's a big if, they will need to be ones that bring immediate, positive results to the roster balance. At this moment, every move, kind of carries extra weight because it could define the season's trajectory. So, what do you think? Should the Heat trade Butler? Or, is it better to ride it out and keep him around? It's a big question, right? I'd love to hear what you guys think about all this. Do leave your thoughts or predictions in the comments section below, whether you're hopeful for the Heat's playoff chance or you think they need to shake things up. Let's talk about it. All right, catch you in the comments.